A Reddit user was on a family visit in a wooded area when their father took this photo. The image shows the user standing outside, but what's unsettling is the appearance of two shadowy figures behind them. At the time, everyone else was accounted for, either sitting around the fire or inside the house. The father was behind the camera, the user's husband was inside with their kids, and their brother was seated next to their father. The sight of the figures raised questions, especially since the family had been experiencing strange occurrences leading up to this moment. Who or what could these mysterious shapes have been? Reddit user technical_secret_109 shared a chilling video from his security camera, recorded on his wooded property. The footage shows a humanoid figure lurking behind the trees, its glowing eyes adding an eerie sense that it knows it's being watched. The creature's appearance and behavior have left many wondering about its intentions. Was it simply observing, or did it have a more sinister purpose? So far, the user has not provided any updates, leaving the mystery unsolved. In Salta, Argentina, a mining crew was sent to explore one of the region's many abandoned caves when they encountered something unsettling. As they ventured deeper into the cave, strange symbols appeared on the walls, markings they believed might be connected to ancient native villages. One worker, uneasy from the start, insisted on turning back, but as they continued, the group noticed a shadowy figure trailing them in the darkness. Research later revealed that these caves are steeped in stories of ancient rituals, with locals warning they might be cursed. Based on the footage from their journey, we can't dismiss the possibility. A Reddit user shared a photo taken with their best friend in front of her house. They later noticed a white cloaked figure in the background holding something. The photo was not taken near Halloween, so it wasn't likely a decoration. The user and their friend had experienced paranormal events together, including seeing a little girl and a grandmother figure in the user's childhood home. They both described the little girl the same way, even when the friend saw her during a sleepover. The user is hoping the photo can be debunked, but believes it could be something paranormal. Reddit user Keegan2279 shared a haunting story about an old family reunion photo taken during a fishing trip. The image featured only elderly relatives, but upon closer inspection, a mysterious figure resembling a young girl appeared in a window. The house, a one-story structure, was vacant during the photo's capture, leaving the family puzzled. Despite years of reflection, Keegan and his brother believe the figure could be paranormal, as they have no logical explanation. A group of explorers on YouTube stumbled upon an abandoned property in the middle of nowhere. While venturing inside, they quickly noticed a wall that seemed out of place.
Oh, no way, dude. Are you kidding me? Check this out, guys. What the heck? Whoa, look at that. It really is. Look. We found a freaking secret room. Oh, that's creepy. Should we go in? Alright, I gotta go get a mask, guys. I gotta get a mask on. We gotta go check that out. What do you guys think?
Upon further investigation, they discovered a hidden passage. The passage led to a secret room containing disturbing items, a chair with a coat, ammunition containers, hardcore adult material, soundproof walls, liquor bottles, and ropes. They also uncovered strange chemicals stored in a cabinet, along with bizarre items such as a toothbrush, a torch, a stuffed animal, jewelry, and a hidden compartment beneath the stairs. Adding to the mystery, the explorers found an old surveillance system and an abandoned van nearby. It was revealed that the structure was illegally built on public land and is slated for removal. The unsettling discoveries have left many speculating about the dark and possibly criminal history tied to the property. What could have taken place in such a sinister setting? During Cuba's storm Alberto in 2018, intense rainfall caused the Zaza River to flood, and a group of hikers gathered on a bridge to watch the storm's power. Suddenly, the bridge collapsed, sending debris and water crashing below. One man was nearly caught off guard by the sudden fall, but managed to scramble to safety just in time. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt, but it was a close call. During an investigation at Drakelow tunnels in the UK, an adventurer captured this.
Expand this. Don't know if we can see anything. I can see right to the end of the tunnel. Kinda. I can hear the other guys. That's somebody in the tunnel. Can you see that? I'm gonna brighten it up a little bit. Oh, that's bloody scary. There's like a thing, a metal thing just dangling down from the ceiling. And then I thought I saw, there's a little window there. I thought I saw a shadow figure.
A shadowy figure can be seen in a window. Around 18 seconds into the video, the figure appears but mysteriously vanishes by the 1 minute mark. The tunnels stretching 3.5 miles are a labyrinth, and the adventurer was exploring them without a map. While it's unclear if the figure was a ghost, a reflection, or another person, its sudden disappearance left a haunting impression on the adventurer. In a dense forest, a man experiences a terrifying encounter.
For whatever reason, they're pretty close to the house this morning. Just out of sight, like usual. I gotta get to the truck to get to work. I don't really want to leave this porch.
While in his cabin, he hears a deep growl echo through the trees. Despite the threatening sound, the man remains calm but hesitates, unsure of what might be waiting for him outside as he prepares to leave for work. What could have been making these sounds? Fortunately for him, the creature remains hidden. While hiking out in the forest, the man stumbled upon something truly unsettling. The video shows Weya wandering through the dense woods when he discovers a series of strange stick crosses and a teepee made of twisted branches. As he films, his gaze shifts, and that's when he sees it.
Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit. Oh god.
A woman dressed in white with long black hair standing motionless in the shadows. Terrified, Weya quickly turns and leaves the forest. Who or what did he encounter that night? After a long and exhausting hike, this group came across an abandoned truck stop and decided to rest for the night.
Alright. We saw like a 30-pound beaver. I don't know, but this is where we're camping tonight. It's an abandoned rest stop. We're gonna get inside of it right now.
Set up tent on the balcony. That would actually be so sick.
This is where we noticed the flashlights like coming closer to us.
Ian,
as we were
wake
getting
up.
stuck for like 2 hours.
As they set up their tents, an unusual light flickered from the forest, slowly drawing closer to them. An eerie feeling washed over the group, suggesting someone or something was watching them, but who or what it was remained a mystery. For 2 long hours, the figure remained at a distance, silently observing them. Feeling uneasy, the group decided to leave.
No, they were straight up stalking us or some
We've been
shit,
getting
dude. I saw
stalked.
them at the first spot. See,
Try
they turned off
drive.
their light, dude.
Brother, closer.
How you guys doing?
As they packed up to go, they caught a glimpse of the figure again, hidden in the bushes, slowly moving closer. If it was just a harmless passerby, why would they stay so long and not respond to the group? A woman was camping in southern Utah, initially enjoying the peaceful beauty of the area. However, the atmosphere grew tense when a red truck lingered near her campsite, repositioning every few minutes. As the driver pulled away, he lowered his window and stared at her. Already on edge from dealing with a stalker, the woman's anxiety escalated. Sensing danger, she decided to leave the area quickly, feeling increasingly uneasy. While these 2 kids were filming a tutorial video in southeast Oklahoma, they unknowingly recorded a figure running in the background. They only noticed it days later while reviewing the footage. Some pointed out the area's proximity to a Bigfoot-themed festival, suggesting it could have been a person in costume. Was this a genuine sighting, or just a local dressed as Bigfoot? Nick Foster filmed a walk through the forest with his dog, Pop. During the walk, as Pop explored the area, Nick noticed this.
This way.
A pale figure moving between the trees in the distance. The figure was partially hidden by thick vegetation, but it stood out because of its movement and unusual appearance. Nick immediately called Pop and decided to leave. After reviewing the footage, he became convinced that the figure might have been the ghost of a lost soldier, wearing a helmet and a heavy coat. The encounter was strange because Nick and Pop were alone in the forest, with no one else in sight. Many viewers who saw the video also thought the figure resembled a soldier from another time. Nick wondered if the forest had once been the site of military activity or a battle. Cardiff, South Wales, steeped in history and paranormal lore, is known for its eerie reputation, with landmarks like Cardiff Castle and Llandaff Cathedral often linked to ghost sightings. One night, a Reddit user ventured into the area and stumbled upon an old graveyard where they took some photos. One photo in particular caught their attention, showing what appeared to be a ghostly figure near a large cross. Initially, the poster thought it might be a gravestone or shadow, but after several attempts to replicate the image, it couldn't be reproduced. While it could be a trick of the light, the chilling photo adds to Cardiff's haunting lore, leaving many to wonder, could it be the ghost of a monk? 18 years ago, John took a photo during a visit to a dense woodland. In the background, a ghostly figure can be seen, almost blending in with the trees. It appears to be a man wearing a jacket, quietly observing John. Is this just pareidolia, or did he truly capture a ghost? What are the odds? Peter, an experienced dirt biker, was riding on a public trail when he narrowly avoided a life-threatening accident.
Somebody put a freaking wire trap from tree to tree and almost took my neck off. It was a lot higher when I hit it. Thankfully, it caught the top of my chest protector first. And I just kind of pushed it forward, and it kind of went up and caught around a little bit of my neck at the last second, but look at this. That's like piano wire. If I had been 3 inches shorter, that would have taken my fucking neck off. Who the does? I'm not trespassing. This is not somebody's private property. This is freaking government-owned land. I'm not trespassing on any farmer's land. I'm not freaking trespassing on anyone's land. This is like attempted murder. This is unbelievable. That could have very easily killed me.
While riding, he encountered a hidden wire trap stretched between 2 trees, positioned just high enough to catch a rider at neck level. As Peter rode into it, the wire snagged his chest protector, forcing it upward and trapping it around his neck. Had the wire been just a few inches lower, the outcome could have been fatal. Riding on government land and not trespassing, Peter couldn't understand why anyone would set such a dangerous trap. Fortunately, he was lucky to escape unharmed, but the terrifying experience left him shaken. A Reddit user shared an eerie experience by Lake Colby in Cassadaga, Florida. While trying to figure out how to use the flash on their phone camera, they snapped a photo of 2 women standing in front of them, the tour guide and a young woman wearing a baseball cap. After taking the picture, the user noticed something unsettling. A face appeared behind the young woman. Looking around, they couldn't find anyone in the group who matched the figure. When they showed the photo to the young woman and her mother, both gasped in shock. They said the face resembled a family friend who had passed away when the girl was a child. Later, the family sent the Reddit user a picture of the friend, confirming the resemblance. A snowboarder decided to film his descent down a steep, forested trail, but what he captured on camera was far from expected. As he and his friends reached the edge of the forest, they spotted a strange creature watching them. Some viewers speculated that it could be Bigfoot, but others pointed out that the figure appeared smaller than the typical descriptions of the creature. However, judging by their reactions, it was clear that whatever they saw was anything but ordinary. YouTuber Moors the Wizard went into a remote forest after hearing from a former cult member and a farmer about a place called the Lucifer Circle. This hidden location, deep in the woods, was rumored to have been used for dark rituals. Upon arrival, Moors found disturbing evidence. Scattered bones resembling parts of a spine, arm, and hand, alongside strange symbols etched into the ground. The entire area was covered in what appeared to be a mix of human and animal bones, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Though Morris couldn't confirm if the remains were human, the eerie vibe of the site left him shaken. After documenting his discovery, he left the forest and urged authorities to investigate this mysterious and potentially sinister location. A man was filming himself preparing a meal inside his van when strange things began happening. While joking about his dull knives and snacking on peppers, he suddenly heard an odd noise from outside.
I just heard something outside. Hello? Hello? I could have sworn I just heard something outside. Millie, can you go check on that for me, please?
His dog, Millie, appeared uneasy but stayed inside. Dismissing the sound, the man continued cooking until this happened.
Okay, we're
We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. You know, as long as it doesn't happen again. Whoever's out there, I'm making dinner if you want any. Just come on in. Oh! Whoa! Oh. I don't know what just happened, but the camera just fell. Okay, is it freaking haunted or something here? Whatever, I don't care.
His camera, which was placed on the counter, fell twice on its own. Though he tried to laugh it off, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. It felt like something, or someone, was just outside his view. Despite the unease that lingered through the night, nothing else occurred. Daryl, a YouTuber known for his outdoor adventures, set off for a peaceful camping trip with his dog, Yeti. They found a quiet spot in the woods and began setting up camp. However, Yeti soon started acting strangely, staring at something in the distance.
She's not liking something in that direction over there. That was the way we went through there earlier, and she didn't want to go in front, so she stopped. And now we're back here. This is where we're going to be setting up. She's kind of just staring in that direction. It's strange. Yeti. What's this? Get the stick. Get the stick. Oh, you're not interested today. You're not interested? Okay. Normally, she'd be all over that. I don't know what's up with her today. She got told off this morning by a farmer. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't see much to be shouting about, huh? Why aren't you going in front? You're always in front. Strange. She's always darting off ahead, but today she doesn't want to.
Daryl brushed it off at first, but as the day went on, the dog's behavior grew more intense.
So all of a sudden, she just sat up, looked at the other side of the shelter, started growling, and then moved over that way. And that's when I followed her. Quite frankly, Yeti, you're kind of freaking me out tonight. Okay? You're kind of freaking me out. Huh. What's going on? What's going on? You're all over the place, huh? Kind of gather that she's not too fond of this place, huh? You're not too fond. I don't know why. I find it quite nice. Constantly looking in that direction where we come in. Whoa! Yes. So we both heard something. She's freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Now I'm getting as paranoid as she is. Okay.
That evening, after hearing rustling and Yeti growling, Daryl went to bed, still feeling uneasy. The next morning, he discovered fresh footprints around his campsite.
This is my track. This is not my track. See the different treads. Is there better ones? Look at this. See? That's not my tread. And that's fresh. That wasn't there yesterday, because I always look for tracks on the way in to see who's been around. No one's been around. So that wasn't there yesterday. That may have been a reason. And that would explain a lot.
Realizing someone had been watching them during the night, Daryl's concern grew. Yet his odd behavior and the mysterious footprints confirmed his instincts. Someone was lurking nearby. Marcus went ice fishing on a chilly morning with temperatures at -5 degrees Celsius, the conditions seeming perfect. After several hours, he noticed the ice starting to deteriorate and decided it was time to leave. While packing up and filming his return, disaster struck. As he struggled to get off the ice, it kept breaking beneath him, and with no one around to help, panic set in. His body started to get dangerously cold. Thankfully, Marcus managed to escape unharmed, relying on his physical strength and equipment. But he had to warm up quickly to avoid hypothermia. Kevin and Jamie were exploring the woods, but when they arrived, they were startled by strange noises.
That sounded like some wicked breathing over there. What I heard. What did you hear? It's like...
You heard it?
Yeah.
And then they spotted this.
No. Fuck, you did...
No.
Oh. What the hell?
No.
What is that? Nope. That tree is like falling too. Oh, nope. I'm out. They're coming past.
A woman wearing a creepy mask, holding a large stick, and shouting incomprehensible words. The woman followed them, and Kevin and Jamie fled in fear, questioning whether they had stumbled upon a setup or something far more sinister. Nick, a Russian YouTuber, was exploring a narrow cave and had to remove his backpack. His friends leave him behind, and when he calls them, he gets no response.
Ребят! Ребят!
Alone in the dark, Nick gets lost and has to crawl under sleeping bats.
Ой, бля, я так испугался, ребята. Смотрите.
As he continues, strange things happen. His camera malfunctions, rocks fall as if thrown at him, and unsettling sounds begin. His flashlight starts to die, and he notices his backpack is open as if someone has gone through his things. Then, his camera captures two glowing eyes watching him from the darkness. Eventually, he found his way back to his friends. After a long day of driving, a trucker parked his rig at a rest area, ready to call it a night. But then, something unexpected happened.
No fucking way.
Out of nowhere, someone attempted to break into his truck while he was still inside. The trucker quickly moved to the cab to check if the doors were locked, only to see the intruder standing there unfazed.
There's literally someone right there, bro.
Fortunately, the doors held strong, and after a few failed attempts, the thief gave up. Realizing it was no longer safe to stay, the trucker decided to leave the rest area. This man was hunting in the forests of the Pacific Northwest when he heard strange, unsettling noises and started recording. Suddenly, he spotted something unusual. A tall figure partially obscured by the trees, walking through the forest. Its body appeared to be covered in thick hair, blending almost seamlessly into the dense forest. As the creatures moved, it emitted disturbing sounds, heightening the tension, before disappearing into the forest's depths. Was this an elusive Bigfoot sighting? While on a road trip, Lisa had an unsettling encounter with a man who approached her van. Struggling to communicate in English, he used Google Translate to try and talk to her, lingering around the van far longer than was comfortable. Later, Lisa noticed him hiding in the bushes in the pouring rain. He kept moving his car back and forth, parking it directly in front of her van, as though trying to draw her attention.
He just moved even closer, so that I can't move out, so that I can't go forward. Please leave. Please leave, you sketchy person. Please leave. This guy is really starting to freak me out. It's been like a half an hour and he just keeps on moving his vehicle so he can see in my van here. And anyways, it's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. It's raining pretty hard and he is just such a creepy person, and I didn't trust him when he was trying to talk to me earlier. He's really sketchy. He's really scaring me.
His actions left Lisa feeling uneasy and concerned for her safety. Fortunately, the man eventually left after she ignored him. A man and his friends were fishing at a lake one day. After one of his friends left, the man decided to fish for another hour before heading to the ramp. As they approached the ramp, they were shocked to find a man lying there, barking like a dog and moaning as if he were dying.
How you doing, bub? No, I'm good, man. I'll ease her up in here. Always got a gun on me. I ain't gonna shoot you. I ain't gonna shoot you. You don't give me any reason to, I ain't gonna do it. That's what I've heard.
He repeatedly asked if they had a gun, saying, "It's a great day to die." The fishermen, feeling uneasy, decided to distance themselves and pulled their kayaks away from him, but the man kept getting closer, claiming he wanted to die like a dog, and even threatened to attack him.
I wish dogs would treat you like, you know, she like you do.
Disturbed by the situation, the fisherman decided to call the cops.
Yeah, I just wanted to report a guy. I'm at Holston River Park. He seems to be high, and he's threatening to kill himself and threatening to kill others, and walking around down here on the boat ramp making a bunch of crazy noises and stuff, and waiting on my wife to show up so that we can go get my car, because I did a river float, and I've already had to tell him to back away several times, and he's saying he wants to kill himself and stuff.
They quickly left the area and talked about the unsettling encounter on their drive home. What happened to the man is unknown. Dustin, a TikTok user living in the Appalachian Mountains, found himself in an unnerving situation one night after finishing a late shift at work. While driving home along the winding, dark mountain roads, he decided to pull over at a grassy patch near the forest to relieve himself. As he stepped out of his car, he noticed a disturbing sight.
Somebody said that they could see it being like a mountain lion. Like a mountain lion. Or like coyotes. But like, they are everywhere. The more you look around, the more of them you see.
Piles of animal bones scattered across the forest floor in strange patterns. Feeling uneasy, Dustin began recording with his phone. Suddenly, this happened.
So, I just... Hello?
A loud growl echoed through the silence, sending chills down his spine. Panicking, Dustin quickly returned to his car and drove away. Some believed it was a wild animal, while others suspected something far more sinister was lurking in the Appalachian wilderness. YouTuber Vahid Kolsberg and his husky Riley planned to spend the night on a mountain. But things took a scary turn when Riley froze, noticing movement in the trees below. A bear appeared from below. Vahid tried to take a photo, but the bear kept coming closer.
Nej! Nej! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Nej! 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 Gå bort! Gå bort! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Gå bort härifrån!
Realizing they were unarmed and vulnerable, Vahid shouted to scare the bear, but it only got more curious. In desperation, he threw rocks downhill, hoping to drive it away. The noise startled the bear and it retreated. Vahid and Riley were safe, but shaken. Eder Hernandez and his crew venture into the infamous Devil's Cave, but what they encounter chills them to the core.
Voy adentro, ¿podemos? Verga, mi gente. No mames, soy yo aquí en corto. Si fuera ahí, si fue adentro, fue adentro. Oh, chingas a tu madre. A la verga, vete a la.
In the dim light, a shadowy figure dressed in dark clothing stands deathly still. The crew rushes away, but while fleeing, they spot another strange being. In slow motion footage, it becomes clear that a figure is standing there, but who or what is it? The tension only deepens with a third sighting, adding to the growing unease. Whatever these figures may be, one thing is certain: they are not something anyone would wish to encounter. This guy went fishing near Day Lake at night when something eerie happened. Out of nowhere, a terrifying scream echoed from deep within the forest. Shaken but curious, he decided to investigate. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the source of the sound. Was it just a wild animal or something far more sinister? YouTuber Safety Third was solo camping in Daniel Boone National Forest, enjoying the peaceful atmosphere and stunning scenery. During his trip, he explored several caves, finding nothing out of the ordinary at first. However, when he discovered a new cave, something unexpected happened.
I'm missing a real good one. Look at that. I don't think these are like very old at all. That's a pretty high coal seam too. And it's dry. What the freak?
A sudden, chilling scream echoed through the area, startling him. Alarmed, he quickly realized the noise might have come from someone following him. Feeling uneasy and unsure of the situation, he decided to leave the area without investigating further. Although it could have been a coincidence, the eerie scream lingered in his mind, leaving him unsettled and wondering if someone had been watching him. A Reddit user shared a photo from a game camera near Crystal Mountain, Washington, taken by their uncle. The photo shows a secluded snowy forest, but in the lower right corner, something unsettling catches the eye. A strange figure with a bald head and an eerie grin that doesn't quite look human. Curious and confused, the Reddit user and their uncle decide to post it online, hoping to get some answers. However, no one seems to know exactly what the figure is. It's important to note that the reflection in the glass is simply their uncle's buddy's finger, nothing crazy. But the creature itself remains a mystery. Is it a ghost, someone wearing a mask, or perhaps an unknown creature lurking in the woods? A group of friends visited a river in Pennsylvania and decided to pose for a Snapchat photo during their trip. At the time, everything seemed normal, but later they noticed something chilling. A little zombie-like girl appeared in the background. They were certain no one had been there. The town, as it turned out, had a tragic history of a young girl who drowned in the nearby river. After the photo was taken, strange events began to unfold. Streetlights flickered every time the group walked beneath them, both in Pennsylvania and later back home in Ohio. One of them even woke up with an unexplained gash on their neck, which disappeared after a few weeks. Around the same time, the flickering lights stopped. Whether this story is real or not, the photo itself is undeniably terrifying. A family stayed in a remote cottage in Finland, once home to over 60 woodcutters who lived together in the cramped space. One night, the family ventured outside to explore the property, snapping several photos as they navigated the dark, snow-covered landscape. But one photo stood out. A shadowy figure seemed to be walking nearby. The family had been moving in a group, and the thick snow and darkness made it difficult to move alone. Given these conditions, it seemed unlikely that the figure could have been any of them. Could they have captured the ghost of the woodcutters who once lived in the cottage? In this trail camera footage, 3 deer can be seen grazing peacefully on the right side of the screen. Out of nowhere, a mist-like mass floats across the left side of the frame. The deer notice it immediately, raising their heads and tracking its movement with their eyes. Upon slowing the footage, it's clear that the mist doesn't behave like smoke or fog. Its movements seemed deliberate, almost as though guided by an unseen force. The deer's reactions seemed to indicate that something otherworldly is at play. Some in the paranormal community speculate that the mist could be a spirit or entity crossing into our world. Joe was enjoying a peaceful fishing trip by the river when something unexpected happened.
What are you doing? Go away! What are you literally doing, bro?
A boat appeared in the distance and made its way toward him. Without warning, the boaters tried to spray him with water using their engine. Startled, Joe tried to escape, but the boaters continued to follow him. A man on the shore shouted at them to stop, but the harassment persisted. Eventually, Joe found a new fishing spot, hoping they would leave him alone, but the boaters followed again.
Lazy prawn. No, Berkeley Protect Pop Walker prawn. In the lazy prawn color with some assist hooks on it.
Realizing there was no escape, Joe decided to retreat to the shore.
Bro, what? Yeah.
In a tense moment, he grabbed a rock, which caused the boaters to panic and flee. What had started as a peaceful trip quickly turned into a shocking and senseless act of bullying. Joe left the scene, leaving viewers to reflect on how they might have reacted in a similar situation. These guys were out on a late-night exploration when they stumbled upon something unexpected.
There's some stairs leading right down to what appears to be a structure under this overhang. When we walk inside, it's like someone's building a house. And the property owner said that if you follow to the basement, you'll see it leads into a cave. I mean, we're already in a cave, but there's a whole system down there. I'm gonna follow the ladder and keep on going to the basement.
A house built on top of a cave system leading deep underground. Curious, they ventured into the basement and discovered a hole that led even further down.
So this is the lowest level here. Some cool stalactites. What's over there, man? It's a hole that keeps on going, huh? The basement. Let's see what's in there. I made it. Coming through the hole.
Oh, man. Oh, wow, it opens up.
Yeah. There's some cave down here. This must be where the system is.
As the cave narrowed, they were forced to crawl through tight spaces, making their way deeper into the darkness. Eventually, they reached a room with 15 different passageways to choose from. Deciding on one, they crawled through, but it quickly became even tighter, forcing them to squeeze through the narrowest of paths.
I have no traction. It looks promising. Looks better than door number 6. Yeah, it does go back here, huh?
They crawled through water and mud, venturing deeper into the cave system. Suddenly, they found themselves back at the starting point and made it out safely. A mysterious trail cam photo from the North Grapeview Lake trails has sparked curiosity online. According to the poster, the image was taken after they and a friend triggered several trail cameras while running through the woods around 8 p.m. that evening. They explained they had started running after hearing something moving close behind them. When reviewing the footage later, they found a chilling detail. A photo showing the poster running in the foreground, while a dark figure stood motionless between the trees in the background, watching them. Adding to the intrigue, the area has reportedly seen a rise in Bigfoot sightings. Is this another one? Vina Saputri shared a chilling TikTok video while swimming near a waterfall. Take a look. As the camera swung around, a mysterious figure appeared among the rocks and brush. A young girl with dark hair, dressed in white. The girl stood still, watching the swimmers from a distance. There was something off about her. She seemed out of place, as if she didn't belong there. When Vina noticed the girl in the video, she was both scared and confused, certain that no one else had been around at the time. A man driving down the highway spotted something unusual on a distant hill. The figure was tall, with movements and a posture that seemed neither fully human nor animal-like. Unable to identify it, he took a photo and shared it with the Reddit community, seeking answers. Commenters were quick to suggest it might be Bigfoot. What else could it be? In 2022, a group of hikers on a peaceful trail were startled when a curious polar bear approached them.
Ah! 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 Okay, good. Hey! Hey, Burger!
The bear initially sniffed around but became a little aggressive, even attempting to grab one of the hiker's jackets. Fortunately, the bear was startled by a noise from the hiker, causing it to back off and retreat. Considering that polar bears are one of the deadliest bear species, it's remarkable that the bear didn't attack, given the reputation for being extremely dangerous when encountered. While hiking through the forest, this man captured something truly unsettling on camera. A strange white figure moved in the distance. The sight was unlike anything he had ever encountered before. Confused and uneasy, the man quickly turned around and left the forest, unsure of what he had just witnessed. This man was filming boats at a busy lake when he accidentally captured something disturbing. An extra figure appeared on one of the boats, a dark, shadow-like person who wasn't visible on the vessel itself. This eerie reflection has left many wondering if it was a supernatural encounter. Could it truly be a ghostly presence, or is there another explanation for this strange event? In 2020, Stephanie Renaud took a photo at Lake Auburn, Maine, of her boyfriend Christopher Levasseur and their daughter sitting on a bench. The family insisted they were alone when the photo was taken, yet a faint image of a woman's face mysteriously appeared in the top left corner. The face resembled Jessica Gallant, a young woman whose body was found in a nearby pond in 2018. After seeing the photo, Jessica's mother, Jennifer Gallant, confirmed the resemblance. The photo quickly gained attention online, and both Stephanie and Christopher insisted that no one else was around when it was taken. While walking in the woods on a dark night, a hunter suddenly felt something was off. In the distance, he noticed two pairs of glowing eyes staring back at him. He quickly snapped a photo. Later, he brightened the image in a screen recording to prove its authenticity. What emerged was chilling. A pale, human-like figure lurking in the shadows. What made it even stranger was the glowing eyes. Human eyes don't reflect light that way, leaving people to wonder what was truly stalking him. The hunter admitted he had never experienced such an unsettling vibe before. Something about the woods that night just wasn't right. A couple was fishing on the coast of South Florida when they noticed something unusual in the water and decided to record it.
It's right here. It's right here. Holy mackerel. What the hell is this thing? It's coming up. Oh my god. Hold on. No, stop. Something. Let it come up.
Oh, it's a big...
What the fuck is that? Go! Go! I don't know what that is, Dave.
They captured footage of what appears to be an unknown sea creature. Witnesses describe the creature as being over 20 feet long and as thick as a tree trunk. Its body resembled a giant snake with visible scales. The creature's size and appearance have left many wondering whether it was a rare marine animal, a new species, or something entirely unknown. This camper ventured deep into the dense woods for a solo camping trip, hoping to enjoy the peace of nature. Everything seemed perfect until he noticed something unsettling.
Day 2 of our expedition. We survived the storm, but we won't survive the spider. That's massive.
A large venomous spider lurking in the corner. It was most likely a wolf spider. Not only are their size and appearance intimidating, but they also have a venomous bite that can be far more than just a nuisance. Known for their aggressive nature when threatened, a wolf spider bite can cause severe pain, swelling, and sometimes even cause an allergic reaction. Fortunately, the man managed to catch and release the spider safely, avoiding any harm. This person was hunting in the woods when he heard rustling nearby. When he turns to check, he spots this. A massive figure towering above the trees, covered in dark brown fur. The creature appeared to move with purpose, disappearing into the forest before it could be fully identified. Some speculate that it could be an undiscovered species of giant primate that has managed to evade human contact for years. Whatever the truth may be, this footage adds another layer to the growing mystery surrounding our forests and the creatures that may inhabit them. A Reddit user was snapping pictures during a friend's gathering in the woods when they captured something intriguing. A ghostly figure resembling a soldier holding a musket in the background. The soldier's attire and weapon hint at a historical era, possibly the 18th or 19th century. The striking image has led to speculation that it could be a residual spirit tied to a past battlefield. However, the exact location where the photo was taken remains unknown. A man was driving home when he recorded an eerie sighting on the Saltillo-Torreon highway. He saw a fleeting figure quickly run past his car. He described seeing a woman standing alone on the road for just a few seconds before disappearing. The brief but unsettling encounter has reignited the mystery surrounding one of Mexico's most famous ghost stories, La Llorona. In October 2010, a man reviewing a video recorded on a DVR from his vehicle noticed something strange. The footage shows a truck driving through the countryside when a large black figure suddenly appears on the side of the road. The figure's hands appear massive and resemble Bigfoot's. What else could this be? In 2022, a TikTok user was driving late at night along the dark roads of Belmont, Michigan.
What the fuck?
Stop. No,
Stop.
I'm not. No. Hell no.
What the fuck, dude?
No. They were soaked.
Okay. There she is. There she is. There she is.
Bro, what the fuck? See? That was it. That was it. She's crying.
While driving, she spotted what looked like a young woman standing alone by the side of the road, crying and swinging an object over her head. Suspecting it might be a trick to lure her out of her car, the driver decided to keep going. Concerned for her safety, however, she called the police and provided her location. Officers arrived quickly and found the woman on her hands and knees, soaking wet and visibly confused. The next day, the TikTok user returned to the scene and made an eerie discovery.
She had to have come up out of the water. Yep, there's a dig spot there. So she came up from down there. That's had to have been why she was so wet.
The woman claimed to have no memory of how she ended up on the road or in a nearby river.
So what it actually was a missing woman from Kalamazoo that ended up in Belmont. She doesn't know how she ended up there. She doesn't remember anything, and she apparently fell into the river. That's as much information.
The strange case remains unsolved, but the TikTok user's decision to call for help likely saved her. And for more chills, watch this next vid.